This is the story of a man who once lived an ordinary life as a school teacher, but fate turned him into one of the deadliest snipers Ukraine had ever seen. Our story begins in a quiet, peaceful corner of Ukraine. There's a small wooden hut, home to a simple, happy couple, Nikola and his wife, Nastya. Nikola is a kind math teacher who works at a nearby school. All the kids adore him, except for one troublemaker named Ivan. Ivan mocks him every chance he gets, but Nikola never loses his calm. He just smiles and carries on with life. But that peaceful life was about to end. One morning while at school, Nikola hears the shocking news. Russia has attacked Ukraine and captured several towns. That evening, he returns home worried, but then something wonderful happens. His wife tells him she's pregnant. Overjoyed, they celebrate the news together, unaware it will be their last moment of happiness. The next day, Nikola kisses Nastya goodbye and leaves for work. On the way, he notices two unfamiliar soldiers but doesn't think much of it. When he reaches school, the classrooms are empty. Confused, he turns on the TV and freezes. His town has been occupied by Russian forces. The soldiers he saw earlier weren't Ukrainians. Panic hits him instantly. Nikola rushes back home, only to find a nightmare waiting. The two soldiers are there, brutally beating his wife. He tries to save her, but is beaten too. He begs them to stop, shouting that his wife is pregnant, but they ignore him. After searching the house and finding nothing valuable, they set it on fire. In anger, Nastya picks up a stone and throws it at them. In response, the soldiers open fire and kill her instantly. Nikola falls to his knees, crying beside her body as the flames consume their home. Hours later, two Ukrainian soldiers arrive, and after checking his identity to make sure he is innocent civilian, they help Nikola bury Nastya near the ruins of their house. That day, the gentle teacher dies inside, and something else is born. Filled with pain and revenge, Nikola swears to destroy the soldiers who took everything from him. He begs the Ukrainian soldiers to take him along. Before leaving, Nikola makes sure to take a wooden angel with him as a last memory of his wife. They bring him to their base, but the commander refuses, suspecting he might be a spy. Desperate, Nikola tells his story. The colonel listens and, seeing the determination in his eyes, decides to give him a chance. Training begins the next day. At first, Nikola struggles. He has never held a gun before, never crawled through mud, never faced the pressure of war. The others laugh at him, thinking he'll never make it, but Nikola doesn't quit. A fellow soldier helps him learn how to assemble and disassemble a gun. One night, Nikola says quietly, "Don't call me Nikola anymore. My name is Raven." Everyone laughs and tells him a soldier has to earn his code name, but Nikola just smiles and keeps training. One day, the superior announces that the army needs more snipers and asks who wants to volunteer. Nikola steps forward with a few others. The commander looks at him and says, "You're not ready yet. You can't even assemble a gun properly." Nikola replies, "Give me one chance to prove myself. I can do it in 20 seconds. The commander smirks and places a rifle on the table. Nikola blindfolds himself and starts. Within 18 seconds, he assembles and disassembles the rifle flawlessly. Everyone is amazed. The commander nods in approval and allows Nikola to join sniper training. During training, Nikola is given an old, damaged rifle, while others receive new ones. He asks for a modern gun, but his superior tells him to earn it, so Nikola trains harder with whatever he got. The instructor teaches that a true sniper never moves from his position, no matter what happens. To test them, he fires bullets near each trainee, and anyone who flinches is eliminated. When Nikola's turn comes, he doesn't move an inch. In the next test, the trainees are shown their target once, then blindfolded and told to shoot based on memory. Nikola fails because of his old rifle, but he doesn't lose hope. The next test was at night. A flare lights up the sky for a few seconds, and the snipers must shoot their targets. Everyone shoot and misses. Except Nikola. He didn't shoot quickly. He uses the flare's light to calculate the distance using his math skills and hits the target perfectly. Impressed, the instructor gives him the code name Raven. After weeks of hard training, Nikola finally passes all tests. The colonel salutes him proudly and welcomes him as a trained sniper. A few days later, Nikola joins his team for their first real mission. Russian soldiers had taken over a checkpoint. The team takes their positions and chooses one enemy each and waits. When a civilian vehicle arrives, the Russians stop it, check the passengers' passports, and search the car. Finding nothing, they let them go but keep their passports. When the passengers protest, the Russians beat them brutally. Seeing this, the colonel orders his men to open fire. Within seconds, all Russian soldiers are dead, and the mission is complete. After returning to base, Nikola notices many of his comrades are missing. He learns they were sent on another mission, but the next day, he hears they've all been killed by a Russian sniper named Siri, known as Russia's deadliest marksman. Soon after, Nikola's team is assigned another mission. They plant landmines around the area and wait. A group of Russian soldiers arrive, and with them is Ivan, the same boy who once mocked Nikola in school. Ivan had joined the Russian army. When the Russians step on the landmines, a huge explosion kills them all. Seeing Ivan dead, Nikola feels a mix of sadness and relief. But the colonel tells him not to blame himself, reminding him that Ivan chose his path. It was his decision to join Russian army. Later that night, the colonel shows Nikola a picture of his family and tells him that his 2 daughters don't even know he's a soldier. Nikola, in turn, shares his own story, how his wife was killed. He got too emotional, so the colonel comforts him and tells him to stay strong. The next morning, they head out on another mission. Their target is a Russian troop expected to pass through a certain route. When 2 soldiers appear ahead, Nikola realizes one of them is the same man who killed his wife. He asks the colonel for permission to shoot, but the colonel refuses. Nikola asks again, and the colonel says no. Unable to control his rage, Nikola fires on his own. The bullet hits perfectly, and the soldier dies instantly. But now their position is exposed. The colonel realizes they're in danger, and even worse, the Russian sniper Siri has also located them. The colonel starts scanning the area through his scope, trying to find Siri, but before he can react, Siri shoots him in the head. The colonel dies instantly. Nikola freezes in horror. His mentor, the man who gave him a new purpose, is gone. He realizes his mistake has cost the colonel his life. The Russians begin heavy gunfire, and Nikola is forced to retreat. He picks up the colonel's body and carries it back to safety. Back at the base, Nikola blames himself for everything and vows to avenge the colonel by killing Siri. Soon, Nikola gets intel about 2 Russian snipers. He sets out to find them, kills one instantly, but gets hit during the fight. Despite his injury, he manages to kill the second sniper. He then retreats to a secret base to recover. While resting, he receives a call from an army major who informs him that Siri, the sniper who killed the colonel, has been located. Nikola returns to base immediately. The major briefs everyone, explaining that Siri is Russia's most dangerous sniper, responsible for killing 6 of Ukraine's best shooters. Siri rarely moves from his position and hunts his targets from one fixed spot. A plan is formed. The team will split into 2 groups, one attacking from the front, the other from behind, and during the confusion, Nikola will infiltrate the building and take down Siri. They reach the location, take positions, and prepare. Nikola silently enters the building, kills 2 guards, and signals his team. The others open fire, wiping out the enemy soldiers. Inside, Siri senses something is wrong. He heads to the roof where one of his snipers should be, but finds him dead. Realizing he's surrounded, Siri contacts his base for help, but backup will take 10 minutes to arrive. He returns to his position, scanning for movement. That's when he notices a small toy near him, the same one Nikola's wife had once given him. Before he can react, Nikola attacks. A brief struggle follows, and Nikola stabs Siri to death. The noise alerts another sniper in the building, but before he can act, Nikola throws a grenade, killing him instantly. Moments later, Siri's backup team arrives, unaware that he's dead. They try to contact him, but Nikola answers instead, telling them that they're all about to die. He then shoots the truck driver, causing chaos among the Russians. As they jump out of the vehicle, Ukrainian snipers open heavy fire, killing every last one of them. A few days later, Nikola visits his wife's grave. Standing there, he finally feels peace. He had fulfilled his promise, avenged his wife and the colonel. He vows to continue serving his country until his last breath. With that, he turns and walks away. If you enjoyed this recap, hype the video, like the video, and make sure to subscribe for more amazing recaps.